So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Crawley Town versus Bradford City. Then in the second part of today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my Game Week 39 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes on today's preview, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your score predictions on what your starting 11 would be for this game down in the comment section down below. Now, while Crawley are currently in a relegation battle, they have picked up form recently. I know their most recent game didn't exactly go to plan, but before that, I think they picked up like 10 points out of a possible 12. They've really turned their season around under their new manager. I think it was Swindon manager. Was it Scott Lindsay, I think? I'm pretty sure. But Bradford City, obviously, a dramatic win at the weekend. We're looking to make it 2 wins on the bounce. We need 3 points. We need to pretty much be winning 6 out of our last 8 games, maybe 1 draw in there for automatic promotion. That is still the aim. It's still on as of right now, but anything less than 3 points in this one, it just makes it harder and harder. Make sure to drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you're new as well, and let's get into it. If we start out then with the current Sky Bet League 2 table, my team Bradford City, we currently sit 6th in the table. After 38 matches, we've got 17 wins, 13 draws and 8 defeats. That's 48 goals scored, 34 goals conceded, which leaves us on a positive 14 goal difference and 64 points. Our last couple of games then have been a win, a draw, a draw, a draw and a draw. Then last couple of games then been a 3-2 win at home to Grimsby Town, a 0-0 draw at home to Carlisle, a 2-2 draw at home to Hartlepool, a 1-1 draw away at Newport and a 0-0 draw away at Walsall. If we compare that then to Crawley Town, they currently sit 22nd in the Sky Bet League 2 table. After 39 matches, they've got 9 wins at 10 draws, 20 defeats, 43 goals scored at 64 goals conceded, which leaves them on a minus 21 goal difference and 37 points. Their last couple of matches then been a loss, a draw, a win, a draw and a win. Them last couple of games then been a 4-1 defeat away to Mansfield Town, a 1-1 draw at home to Grimsby Town, a 2-0 win at home to Rochdale, a 1-1 draw at home to Doncaster, and then just before that they had a 1-0 win away at AFC Wimbledon. So in the last 5 matches, Crawley have actually picked up more points than what we have. They've picked up 8 points, we've picked up 7. Now then we're going to get into the team though that I would go with if I was Mike Hughes. So there has been a lot of debate over the last couple of days and weeks. What formation should Bradford City be playing? But after the last match, I think we should stick with a 4-2-3-1 formation. On the whole, it seemed to work fairly well against Grimsby Town. And I know while a diamond has worked really well for us away from home, obviously Adam Clayton's still going to be out for probably another 2 weeks. I don't really think we've currently got the players who are fit enough to be playing a diamond, in my opinion. So in goal for me, I would go with Harry Lewis. Now, he did probably have his worst performance in a Bradford City shirt on Saturday, giving away the penalty. Should probably save the second goal as well. But we all know how brilliant Lewis has been so far this season. In my opinion, one of the most underrated players in League 2, and yeah, he's got to start in goal. Into the back four then, at right back I would go with Brad Halliday. I thought he was really impressive against Grimsby, so good defensively, but not just defensively, he's brilliant going forward as well, put some great crosses into the box. That first goal that we scored doesn't really happen if Halliday doesn't put such a good ball into the box, where I think it falls to Chapman, he misses, the ball comes out to Cook, he then lays it off to Gilead. That doesn't really happen if Halliday just goes with a sideways pass. You know, he's always looking to get balls into the box, and I think by far he is our best right back. Into the 2 centre backs then, at first I would go with Sam Stubbs. I thought he was really good, to be honest with you, against Grimsby. Now, there's question marks over him for both goals really, because obviously he is one of the players who does leave the ball, but it is more Matty Platt who leaves the ball, in my opinion, because obviously Lewis comes out and shouts for it. If your keeper shouts for it, you've got to trust the shout, and the second goal, it's just really scrapping. I think it comes off of Stubbs' head and takes it over Harry Lewis. It just was a really poor goal, but he contributed massively to our second goal. Great ball on his weaker left foot into the channel, and for me personally, I think he's got to start at centre half. Partnering him though, I would go with Romany Critchlow. I think there has been a lot of question marks over Platt recently, and we've been conceding a lot of goals. Now, I'm not going to put it all down to Matty Platt, but that second goal from the corner, he's got to be clearing the ball, and I just think with Critchlow on the pitch, we look so much better and more calm when we're playing out from the back, and I think Critchlow suits our system a little bit more. Platt has hit a bit of a dip in form recently, and I don't agree with some of the stuff that I'm seeing on social media saying he's a shocking defender. You know, I think he's a good, steady League 2 defender, but in my opinion, I think a partnership of Stubbs and Critchlow could be even more effective for Bradford City. At left back, I've gone with Talaji Bowler. I just don't see enough from Liam Ridehalgh, in my opinion. I just don't think he's good enough going forward, and against a team like Crawley, you're going to need to have some some quality balls into the box, and Rideout just doesn't really seem to provide that, in my opinion. So I would bring in Talaji Bowler, who granted hasn't really impressed too much in his 2 appearances that he has made in a Bradford City shirt, but I just want to see a bit of change on that left-hand side. Into the 2 central midfielders then. Firstly, I've gone with Richie Small. I think he's getting better and better as each game goes by. Another brilliant performance from him on Saturday. I think when we take him off set pieces, I think he's just going to be the perfect player because he's so good in that role as a ball-winning midfielder. Like what I've been saying all season, as a ball-winning midfielder, I don't think there's many better than Smallwood in this league. He might not be the best going forward, but as an actual ball winner, I think he's absolutely brilliant. And partnering him, I would go with Alex Gilead, one of his best performances ever in a Bradford City shirt on Saturday. He's getting better and better, and obviously scored his first goal of the season. I think that's his first goal contribution of the season. Maybe the keeper should probably save it, but either way, it's in the back of the net, and I think it was not just his ability to obviously score in that game, but his energy in that midfield. There was a point, I think it was just after we scored the 3rd goal, where he sprinted half the width of the pitch just to put in a tackle, and he won as a throw-in, and he got as much of a celebration as a goal did, because it was absolutely brilliant. And like what I mentioned in the vlog, that's all that fans want to see, is hard work and commitment, and that's what we've seen quite a lot from Gilead over the last couple of games. And if he starts adding goals and assists to his game, I think he could be a very good central midfielder. So in my opinion, I think Smallwood and Gilead should be the midfield partnership. On the right wing, I would go with Scott Banks. Now, I don't think it was his best game against Grimsby. He did get into some good areas and did really well to take on a couple players at times, but just that end product really for me for Scott Banks in that last one against Grimsby. There were times where he should be passing it, went for the shot and was just kind of hitting them straight at the keeper, but we all know the quality that Scott Banks does have, so he's got to start on the right hand side for me. In that number 10 position then, I've gone with Jamie Walker, obviously our only real natural number 10, and I actually thought overall he had a pretty poor game against Grimsby, to be honest with you, but he scored the goal, and him scoring that goal comes from how hard that he does work. Because like I mentioned with Gilead, he never gives you less than 110% Walker. Just on the ball, I think he was a little bit ineffective, especially in that first half against Grimsby, but gets his goal because he's persistent with it, and you know, I think that's his 3rd goal of the season, and he's our joint 2nd highest goal scorer in the league so far this season, which is crazy to say considering he's missed 3-4 months of it through injury. On the left wing, I've gone with Dion Pereira. I just don't think Harry Chapman's done enough over the last 2 matches to deserve playing again on that left hand side. I just don't really see what he offers, and I was really looking forward to seeing Harry Chapman play as a winger. Maybe he might be better on the right hand side, but he just doesn't seem to get involved enough, and when he does, he's losing the ball because he's not strong enough. So let's see Pereira come in. Obviously, I don't think Costello's good enough. Isa's out injured. Thierry Nevers, God knows what's happened to him. He went to be back fit 2 weeks ago, so who knows what's happening there. So I'll go with Dion Pereira on the left hand side, give him another opportunity in his first start in what feels like absolutely forever. Up front, obviously, Andy Cook, 26 goals now in all competitions, 23 in the league. The man's going to win the Golden Boot. He's got to win Player of the Year as well. He's been brilliant all season for us, and hopefully he can score another couple goals in this one against Crawley. On the bench then for me, that I'd leave Colin Doyle, Matty Platt, Ryan East, Emmanuel Osadibe, Harry Chapman, Matt Derbyshire, who is unfortunately not going to be fit enough to start this one, because I think his impact off the bench against Grimsby deserved to start, but Mark Hughes has said he's not going to be fit enough to start, and also Viden Oliver. That does mean, though, the players who miss out would be Heath Richardson, Luke Hendry, Oscar Threlkeld, Kieran Kelly, Timmy Odesina, Liam Rideout, Adam Clayton, Thierry Nevers, Abo Issa, and Dara Costello. Now let's get into my Game Week 39 League 2 score predictions. Starting out then with Carlisle United versus Tranmere Rovers. I think Carlisle are going to get back to winning ways, back to scoring goals with a 2-0 home win. Crawley Town versus Bradford City. I think we're going to get back-to-back wins as well. I'm going to go with a 2-0 away win for the Bantams. Crewe Alexandra versus Barrow AFC. Barrow recently winning in the last minute against Gillingham. I think it was 94th minute. I think they're going to make it 2 wins in a row with a 2-1 away win against Crewe Alexandra. Gillingham FC versus Doncaster Rovers. I can only really see the Gills hammering Doncaster here. I'm going to go with a 3-0 home win for Neil Harris's side. Grimsby Town versus Hartlepool United. I think this one could go either way, so I'm going to go in the middle and go with a 1-1 draw. Harrogate Town versus AFC Wimbledon. I think Harrogate will just about have enough to get over the line with this one. I'm going to go Harrogate 1, AFC Wimbledon 0. Newport County versus Northampton Town. I think this one will be a very tight, scrappy game. I am just going to back the Cobblers though for a 1-0 away win. Rochdale AFC versus Walsall FC. Walsall really struggling at this moment in time. A lot of their fans thinking that Michael Flynn might have lost the dressing room there. I think Rochdale are going to get the 3 points in this one. I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for the Dale. Salford City versus Leyton Orient. Obviously, Richie Wellens returning to his former side. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in that one. Stevenage FC versus Colchester United. I think Stevenage will pick up the 3 points in this game with a 2-0 home win. Sutton United versus Stockport County. I didn't actually realise how good Sutton were at home, so I think they're going to get a point in this one. I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. And finally, Swindon Town versus Mansfield Town. Mansfield recently confirming as well, Will Swan will be able to play some sort of action between now and the end of the season, which is big news for them. I think they are going to get the 3 points in this game with a 3-1 away win. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on their form. If you could try and hit 70 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. What would be your starting 11 for this one, and let me know your score predictions down there as well. It's not going to be an easy one. Fingers crossed though we can get the 3 points. I don't think we've played on a Friday at all this season, so fingers crossed it can provide us with the good luck. Don't forget as well to check out my second channel. The link to that is down in the description down below. We are trying to get 1,000 subscribers over there, so please make sure to go subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon for another one. Peace.